Hello, check. Alrighty, people, I believe we are finally live. Yes. Welcome to Casual Conversations with Pahul. If I'm audible and visible, please write here in the chat box. You know the drill, yes. और बताओ दोस्तों, सब बढ़िया चल रहा है. I hope the audio is fine. The mic that I'm using is relatively new. I have never used this particular mic before in my live sessions. So if there's any problem with the audio, please let me know in the chat box. I've kept my laptop on this side, so whenever I'm looking here, I am looking at the chat box. All right. Mic थोड़ा हाँ अजीब सा होगा यार. I think. Is it too loud? Is it too noisy? Is it peaking a bit too much? Background noise है. अच्छा. Let me fix. Let me try to fix it. Okay. थोड़ा सा कोशिश करता हूँ to change the settings, changing the gain and everything. Hello, check. Is the voice fine or is it too low right now? I think it's too low, right? Given what I'm able to see here. There's a buzzing sound as well. Oh. It's still buzzing? I don't know why this mic doesn't work with. What I can do is I can just plug in a different mic and hope that it works. Although this one won't work with the computer. It's too low. Okay, let me increase the gain a bit. Hello, check. Hello, check. All right, this level seems to be fine, I guess, but I'm not sure if there is a buzz at the background. Yeah, it's good now, I hope. If there's a problem, okay, just let me know, because I'm using a totally different microphone. I use this for my vlogging actually. I have another one. I can try a new one in case you wish. Acha, fir buzzing ho rahi. Chalo, koi baat nahi. Let me try to change it. If nothing works, then I'll just take the session on the default microphone of the MacBook. Although that will not have such a great sound quality, but yeah, we'll work with whatever we have. Okay, let's see. Hello, check. People, any improvements? Or is it still the same? Because the model of the mic is same. It's just a new microphone. Let's see, man, what do you guys have to say with this? A lot better? Okay. Let's hope it keeps working like this, man. Check. आवाज थोड़ी कम होगी, I think. Yeah. The input is still very low. Check. Yeah, now I think now it should be fine. Yeah, I believe this is pretty good. I've changed like 3-4 levels here and there. Again buzzing, क्या? अरे यार, क्या? The buzzing increases with the volume. Okay. got no idea why that happens, man. Oh yeah, there's a very bad buzz, isn't it? I have no idea whether it's fine or not, man. I have literally no idea whether it's buzzing or whatever. चलो मरने दो, कुछ ज़्यादा दिक्कत हुई तो बता देना. I am assuming that there's no buzz. There's no way for me to listen to it. I'll just try to play my own live stream on my phone and see if it's buzzing or not. There's no way for me to listen to it. I'll just try to. Yeah, I hate that buzz. I have no idea why that is there. नहीं सेशन मैं कैंसिल तो नहीं कर रहा. Don't worry, not gonna cancel the session. I'm just thinking of a way in which I can manage the audio properly. That's all. क्या तरीका हो सकता है वो सोच रहा हूँ मैं. Let me try one more thing, okay? I'm sorry for delaying the main purpose of the session, but it's a live session, man. I'm sure you've carved out a little bit of time. So just give me one moment. I'll try another hack. I'll try a different connector. If that doesn't work, then we'll just keep this, okay? Okay, here we go. Trying something different. Yeah, there's no buzz, I think. Yeah? My audio will sound different, but I think this is much better than what we had earlier using the wireless mic now. चलो जी बढ़िया. I believe this is a good setup. ठीक है ना? हाँ बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. ये obviously यार ये mic 300 रुपए का आता है. This wireless mic is 10,000 rupees, so obviously this is going to be much better. Nice. Finally. So yeah, people, that day randomly I had posted that story on Instagram and I said that you can message me anonymously, and a lot of you thought that was super cringe level content from my side. Yeah, not expected from a person like me. But well, I had this agenda in my mind since the day I left Bangalore. I thought that whenever I reach Leh, I would take a live session. I specifically chose a place where the Wi-Fi speeds are good. In fact, the Wi-Fi speeds in this room are 100 Mbps upload and download. So thankfully, I have the opportunity of going live from such a beautiful place. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've seen my stories of how beautiful the skies are over here. Yeah, the mountains and the skies are the most beautiful part about the city. And also, the culture is so different. Like if you haven't been here before, it doesn't really feel like you're in India anymore. Yeah, I'm not meaning that in a bad manner. It's just that the culture is so different. Yeah, the food is so different, the people, the way they speak, the way they, dress up. Generally, the culture, it's quite different from what you see in the rest of the country. Also, you've seen online how difficult it is meant to be to reach Leh Ladakh, isn't it? Everyone thinks that it's something very difficult, but not really. The highways are pretty good. There are a few bad patches. I'm sure you've seen that in my vlogs, yes. There are a few bad patches here and there, and that's all seasonal. In monsoon season, the roads are bad all over the country because there are torrentious rains, yeah. But overall, it's not that difficult to reach this place. That was a lot of fun, and you can actually take a flight and directly land in Leh. The only problem being that with such a sudden increase in elevation, your body might find it a little difficult to acclimatize. Yeah, but when you ride here, when you drive here, or you take a bus, then you're gradually climbing the mountains, and therefore your body is able to acclimatize to the low pressure conditions fairly easily. Cool. Samanu, yeah, man, I just have this Batman wala pajama. I did not bring any jeans with me so that I could keep my luggage light. You've seen how less luggage I carry for such a long trip, yeah. Current year, Bhargav 8:30 पे ही आया just. Takopati Singh, did you lose weight? No, I did not lose weight. Actually, the thing is, in my vlogs, you've seen me with my open beard, right? And when the beard is open, my face looks a little fluffy. Now that I've tied the beard and put a little hair gel or whatever you call it, yeah, hair fixer, to groom it over, for the lack of better words, yeah, I look slimmer. That's the only thing. Yeah. And also, when you're wearing all of that motorcycle gear and see, when you're riding a lot, right, what happens is after 2, 3, 4 hours of riding, your body gets dehydrated, obviously. Yeah, because you are sweating a little all the time. Wind is hitting your body, and that sweat evaporates again and again. So your body tends to retain more water so that it doesn't get completely dehydrated, and that leads to bloating as well. And yeah, that's why I look a little more fluffy in my vlogs, I'm sure. Anyway, now let's get to the not gonna lie messages that you guys have sent me. So many of them. Focus में आ रहा है कि नहीं पता नहीं. Yeah. बहुत ही सारे भेजे हैं आप लोगों ने मैसेज. So one by one, let's start reading them, and once I'm done with these messages, I'm going to start answering from the chat box right now. Coolio? बढ़िया है. चलो, just let me make sure everything is fine. Very nice. 42 viewers. Very nice, yaar. Thank you so much for joining in. Chalo ji. So the first question that I got is, sir, will you come back to teaching? Can you help us prepare for JEE 2023? See, the thing is right now, okay, at least for the next 6-7 months, definitely not, unless and until there's an emergency and I have to earn more money. Okay, hoping that that is not the case. So in the foreseeable future, I don't see myself coming back to teaching. However, all the knowledge that I had of chemistry that could help you in your examinations, in case you are still preparing for those, is available online. There are different channels, starting from Vedantu JEE, then there is Catalysis by Vedantu, then there is The Alchemist by Unacademy. All these 3 channels, I've put so much educational content out there that you can literally learn the entirety of 11th and 12th chemistry from me online. Okay? Audio mute ho gaya kya? Hello? It's fine, right? I can... Okay, I'll repeat the question. यार ये wireless mic का थोड़ा बहुत पंगा आता रहेगा बीच में. People, I'm in a different planet right now. Okay, I'm on a different planet right now, and the audio might have some issues over here. So please bear with me. Okay, if there was a intermittent mute that happened, it's a wireless mic. There are some frequencies that might occasionally just interfere with it. Okay, anyway, so yeah, will I come back to teaching? Not anytime soon, but if you want to learn from me, all of the stuff is available online. Then the next question again comes to, me being a teacher. Why did you leave the teaching profession? The simplest answer that why I left teaching is I got bored. Honestly, I reached a point in teaching where innovation became difficult for me. Okay, it became a little difficult for me to come up with new ideas to teach you. I had already innovated a lot, especially in the space of organic chemistry. Yeah, in physical chemistry also, I tried to do something interesting. When I was teaching on catalysis, I remember I did a lot of interesting things for physical chemistry as well. Okay, and talking about going into the most depth, I've done that on the Alchemist channel. I've gone into a lot of depth on that channel for a lot of concepts. So there came a point eventually where I was not able to think of anything new to do. It was the same thing again and again and again. So because of that lack of innovation, I saw that the number of views, the number of new students that were joining me also started decreasing. Yeah, there was a time when I would solve a lot of difficult questions, but then there came a time when I had already solved the difficult questions, so there was nothing new to do essentially. So I started getting bored, and I was like, "ठीक है यार, at least I'll take a break. Then let's see where life goes. Maybe I'll come back to it. Maybe I won't. I have literally zero idea right now." Someone says, "I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much." There have been some very random messages, okay, where people have tried to just, what do you say, provoke me into saying something controversial, something interesting. I don't know. So there is someone who says, "Congratulations on your marriage." भैया हमारी शादी कब हो गई हमें ही नहीं पता लगा ऐसे कैसे है. I've got no idea why you think that I am married. I am not. Good, very good. Then another interesting question: what will be your answer if a girl proposes to you? How would I know what I will answer? It depends on the entire situation, right? Yeah, so it depends on the entire situation. Right now, if someone proposed to me, I'll be like, "Thank you so much, I'm happy where I am." Thanks for the appreciation. That would be my answer right now, honestly. Okay. Next question. What are the suggestions that you would give the present JEE aspirants as they were... Okay. So there's someone who didn't get a good result apparently, and because of that, feeling a little low. I can see result trauma written here in the question. And what are the suggestions that you would give in such a scenario? See, the thing is, if your results are bad, it's not the end of life. You can either take a drop if you want to get better results and then prepare better for the next year, or you can realize that maybe this type of academic pursuit is not your jam, so maybe you can try doing something else. In any case whatsoever, you will get into some college, right? Maybe not IIT, maybe not NIT, but you will get into some college. And no matter where you are, if you find something that you have an interest in, I'm not saying something you're passionate about. Passion is the most... It's a dumb capitalistic idea. We'll talk about that later. But if you're interested in something and you feel like doing that for some time, do it properly and you will do well in life. I'll take my example. When I wanted to teach, I taught for like 3 to 4 years. I did a good job. I earned a lot of money out of it. I got the support of you guys from it. Once I got bored of it, I didn't want to stretch it further. So again, same thing applies to academics as well. If you're able to do it, great. If you're not able to do it, then move on to the next thing whenever you can, practically possible, and try to pursue something that interests you in that particular time. So once you go to college, you will actually realize what are the different opportunities in front of you, what are the different aspects of life that you can explore, and definitely you'll be able to do well in something or the other. Yeah, it all comes down to exploring. Chalo, next question says how to deal with toxic/abusive parents and study in this environment. I had this... Okay, so one of my friends, I was having this discussion with one of my friends a few days back, okay, that parents are a burden, you know, and in our Indian society, no matter what age you are at, whether you are 20 years of age or 30 years of age or whatever, most Indian parents try to control the lives of their children. शादी क्यों नहीं कर रहे, बच्चा क्यों नहीं कर रहे, नौकरी क्यों नहीं कर रहे, पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं कर रहे, खाना क्यों नहीं खा रहे, etc etc etc. The nagging just doesn't go away. Most Indian parents, there are cool parents as well, not saying that, huh? So, how to deal with toxic and abusive parents? See, it's a very difficult thing to deal with, I understand, because of course you know that they are your parents, and you have to respect them, and they are responsible for you being alive, etc etc. है ना? तो whenever your parents do something that hurts you, whenever your parents tend to be toxic or abusive, it's very difficult to deal with that situation because अब कहाँ जाए ना? Where do we go now? So one thing is, to deal with any toxicity in life, to deal with any abusive pattern in life, no matter where it comes from, whether it is your parents or friends or acquaintances or whatever, is to try and be financially independent. ठीक है? Financial independence बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है लाइफ में, because once you have a source of money for your own self, then no matter what who says, you can do whatever you want to do. Maybe you'll have to listen to your boss, but even then, if that becomes too much, you can switch a job, do something different. Yeah. The idea over here is, right now, financial independence is a little far away from you, है ना? So the best possible situation that my brain can come up with right now is, put your head down to what you need to do in order to get there eventually. Once you get into college, once you get into a hostel, you will automatically put some distance between you and your parents. A certain level of independence is achieved, but still you will financially depend on your parents. After college is done, once you get a job, or maybe you start earning your own money in college, doing something part-time, or I don't know, you figure out something crazy. Yeah. So the road to avoiding negativity or abusiveness in life is to be independent. फिर फर्क नहीं पड़ता लोग क्या कह रहे हैं आसपास के, ठीक है? So take this toxicity as a reminder that yes, you have to put distance between yourself and that situation, that environment. It doesn't mean abandoning your parents. It doesn't mean leaving everything away. It just means putting some distance. A healthy amount of distance is required so that your mental stability is not affected, but still you can be loving and amicable to your parents. Go to meet them once in every, once every few months. Have good conversations with them on the phone. But when things get uncomfortable, you can be like, okay, चलो बाद में बात करते हैं. ठीक है? So, yeah, that's my suggestion in this regard. Cooking channel. यार देखो ऐसा है कि now that I am, एक होता ना कीड़ा आ जाता है कि अब तो ट्रैवल ही करना है, नौकरी छोड़ दी है तो ट्रैवल करेंगे सोचा था, है ना? Now that I'm traveling so much, I am almost at that point where I'm like, okay, enough. I just want to go back home, sit in one place, watch some TV, and do things sitting in just one city. So once my trip is over, I'm in Leh right now, I will explore the entire region of Ladakh. I have to go to Khardungla Top, Nubra Valley, Pangong So, maybe I'll go to Somoriri as well, and maybe I'll go to Hanle, maybe I'll go to Umlingla. There are so many of these places, and if you are confused with the names, don't worry, I'll keep uploading vlogs of all of these places. Yeah. So once this is done, and eventually once I reach back to Bangalore, then my idea is to pursue the cooking channel. And let me tell you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you know that already, that uploading videos on the cooking channel takes a lot of effort, a whole lot of effort, because I'm not just going into the kitchen cooking something and uploading a video. I am uploading videos of those recipes which I have perfected over time. I know the nitty-gritties of the recipe. I can tell you exactly what each and every ingredient does. I can tell you exactly, how much of each ingredient you need to put, and what will happen if you change the quantities, and then the calorie information. And the editing takes a lot of time because there's so much text and stuff going on. For like a 10-minute video, you have a 3-hour cooking process in the kitchen, setting up multiple cameras, lighting, etc. It's a way more involving task than editing just simple vlogs. So yeah, I will need to carve out time to do so, but eventually it will happen as soon as I reach Bangalore. I will start putting my time and effort towards the cooking channel, and eventually I will put a video. It won't be anytime soon, another 2-3 months maybe, but eventually I will get there. Coolio. Badhiya. हाँ नितिन, I had promised that and I'll definitely live up to that promise, I'm sure. ठीक है. अच्छा, someone is asking, ever thought of starting a band like you as a musician? Who has asked this question? I would love to know. ये किसने पूछा, मैं जानना चाहूँगा. Because back in college, you know, back in college, the thing is that I was supremely into the music fraternity of IIT Bombay. I was the Institute Music Secretary in the third year. I had organized a hell lot of events. I had met a lot of people from the music industry as well who were working as music directors and sound producers, and went to amazing studios that have state-of-the-art facilities that work for, you know, big movies like Bhag Milkha Bhag and Coke Studio, etc. So I was in that zone once. And at a certain point of time in my life, I definitely thought that I would pursue music as a career option. Yeah. But then the thing is, it just didn't happen. I got a job after IIT Bombay because peer pressure, everyone's like, job तो करनी है तो job ले लेंगे. तो स्विगी में job मिल गया था, तो वहाँ पे पैसा अच्छा मिलने लगा. For a starting salary, I was getting a very good amount of money for that time. एकदम luxurious life हो गई. All of a sudden, from just 5,000 rupees pocket money, you start earning in very good amounts. तो एकदम होता, अरे यार अब तो मजे करेंगे ना. ठीक है. So then I stopped paying a lot of attention towards practicing and learning music, and I just started traveling, and that's what caught my fancy. And I still sometimes think कि यार कुछ सीख लेना चाहिए था. In my first job, I got myself a keyboard. Music wala keyboard, not computer wala keyboard. And I thought I would learn something. I tried. And then again, वही same cheese, the thing that you face while preparing for your exams. After a certain time, the pursuit of anything good becomes boring. That's the truth of life, okay? Initially, it attracts you, okay? Looking at other people who might have achieved something really crazy in that space, it attracts you and you want to get there. But then you realize the pursuit of it is super boring. And most of us get distracted and keep doing things that are simpler. That's what happened to me. Yeah, man, that's where it just went off track. And I have no idea whether I'll get back to music or not. So someone who has asked this question, very nice, man. But yeah, I don't know. So a suggestion for all of you who have still not gotten into college, if you do want to pursue music as your career, just as soon as you get into college, learn how to play the keyboards. Because right now in the digital music industry, if you can understand, if you can use a keyboard, if you can connect it to the computer via MIDI, okay, MIDI, for those of you who are into music, you will know what it is, okay, multimedia interface something. So you connect it via MIDI, you understand, learn to use a digital audio workstation, spend a lot of time learning that, you will automatically come across a lot of opportunities to pursue music, okay? So jo bhi hai, even if you're a singer, if you are a guitar player, or if you play any Indian instrument, whatever, as soon as you get the time, learn how to play the keyboards, learn how to use a digital audio workstation. Trust me, that is something that will help a lot. ठीक है जी. श्री शंकर is saying is soul searching done, sir. भाई वो तो कभी भी नहीं होगा पूरा. That consistent existential crisis is never ending. Nalini is saying Nagpur कब आना है. Nalini, I am not sure. By the way, Nalini is my school friend. Back in the day, we used to tour together for extracurricular competitions. group song and all of that jazz. So yeah, Nalini, I'm not sure when I'll be back to Nagpur. If I'll be back to Nagpur, ये भी नहीं पता मेरे को. I might choose a different route while going back to Bangalore. I might not go from the NH44, but if I do so, I'll let you know. Yeah. So yeah, by the way, Nalini is also an amazing singer, and she used to participate in all sorts of classical music competitions. तो बचपन में अपन जब थे क्या 10-15 साल की उम्र में तब म्यूजिक कॉम्पिटिशन्स में पार्टिसिपेट करने जाते होते थे एंड शी यूज्ड टू पार्टिसिपेट इन अ लॉट ऑफ सोलो क्लासिकल म्यूजिक सिंगिंग कॉम्पिटिशन्स एज वेल. सो या कूलियो. कुकिंग चैनल हो गया. अच्छा ये हो गया. Someone is asking me, लद्दाख में बोर भी होते हैं क्या? लद्दाख में बोर भी होते हैं क्या? हाँ, मतलब ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं बोर हो गया था. मेरा स्टोरी डालने का मकसद यही था कि मैं ये लाइव सेशन कर पाऊँ, क्योंकि ना हमेशा क्या होता है लाइव सेशन ना, पिछले 3-4 लाइव सेशन थोड़े बोरिंग से हो गए थे ऑनेस्टली. तो सेम तरह के 4-5 क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं और चैट बॉक्स में पता लगता नहीं है क्वेश्चन कहाँ गए, तो कुछ और ही बातें चल पड़ती हैं. So that's why I thought that for this once, I'll do something super cringe, which might end up giving me something more exciting to talk about. Yeah. Aryan, that's true about everything in life. Once again, Aryan is saying, sir, it's very hard to play a guitar. While listening to it, I find it easy. But playing it practically, it's a different ball game altogether. Again, man. Sanju is asking in the chat, do you have a girlfriend? Sanju, what would you do with that information? Just tell me. Huh? Assume one answer. There could be 2 answers to that statement, yes or no. Okay? Assume one answer and think what will you do with that information. If it gives you something relevant in life, then I'll let you know. But chalo. Acha, someone's asking, why do you flex so hard about your rank in every video? And was your salary greater than 30 lakhs per annum? Okay, interesting question. देखो जी, ऐसा है कि out of the hundreds, maybe 1,000, maybe, out of the hundreds of videos that I've put online, where I am, be it my teaching videos or my cooking videos or my vlogs or these conversations, whatever, out of the hundreds of those videos, maybe you'll find me mentioning my rank in 10, 15, maximum 20 videos. And that has been so in 2 cases. Either someone has asked me about my rank, or it was sort of an inspirational or a motivational video where I was giving an example of myself so that my story could inspire someone. Yeah. उसके अलावा I haven't talked about my rank in every video यार. तो पता नहीं. The videos that you've seen are the most pointless, jobless ones. Please see the more informative videos that I've put out there. Especially, where I'm actually teaching, I don't really even tell that I'm from IIT Bombay. But anyway, वो कभी कभी करना होता है भाई बिजनेस के लिए. अब मैं बताऊंगा नहीं लोगों को कि मैं IIT से हूँ और मेरा रैंक अच्छा था, तो क्यों पढ़ने आएगा कोई मेरे से. Yeah, and the second question in the same message was your salary ever greater than 30 lakhs per annum? Buddy, I have 4 motorcycles. What do you think? How can I afford so many? Cool, let's leave it at that. Acha, one more person is saying, what was the reason that you've taken MSc Chemistry in IIT Bombay? हाँ, तो अभी भी स्टूडेंट्स काफ़ी सोचते हैं कि यार MSc Chemistry काहे किया आपने, है ना, मतलब BTech क्यों नहीं की, इंजीनियरिंग क्यों नहीं की. देखो ऐसा यार, my goal was to get into IIT Bombay. And at my rank, that was the only branch that was available. I could have gone to some other IIT, but the branches available there didn't interest me, and I wasn't interested in going to that particular campus. Academic pursuit was never my top priority, to be honest with you guys. When I was in school, when I was in college, I knew that I was good at academics, but it was never my top priority. So as I earlier had mentioned that, a certain amount of distance is always healthy for your own independence. That is what my vision was. कि मुझे ना independence चाहिए And one of the best places in the country to do so is IIT. That's what I knew back then. मुझे इतनी ही knowledge थी, तो मैंने कहा चलो IIT कर लेते हैं, IIT बॉम्बे जाएंगे, because Bombay city, cultural hub of the country. So then I can pursue something related to arts. So that was my thought process back then. Eventually life took its own course. So yeah, also I enjoyed chemistry. When I was preparing in 11th and 12th class, you saw my video with Harpreet sir, right? So because of him, I enjoyed chemistry a lot. And I was like, chalo theek hai, chemistry to kar hi lenge. It actually turned out to be very good because other courses would have been very difficult for me. Other courses of mathematics and physics I used to struggle with. In the first 2 years of IIT Bombay, I don't know about other colleges, but in the first two years, we had courses from all branches. So in the first 2 years, we had to do courses from computer science, from electrical engineering, from physics, mathematics, all sorts of branches. We even had laboratories of physics and electrical engineering. We had laboratories of computer science, okay? And I did not do well in any of them. We had economics and psychology also, by the way. So apart from psychology, I did not do well in any of these branches other than chemistry. Eventually it ended up being a good decision that I took chemistry as my main branch. Acha, theek hai. So next question is, why do you opt to stay single? Don't you believe in someone to share your life with? See, the thing is, I keep my private life private. That's something that I am very, kya kehte hain? I have a strong opinion about it. There is a certain aspect of my life I'd always prefer keeping private because unfortunately there are certain people in the country, not the country, sorry, wrong word. There are humans on the planet. That's a better way to put it. Yeah, unfortunately there are humans on the planet who appreciate you, but they tend to become obsessed about your personal life, and then it doesn't fare well eventually, okay? I have seen this happen. People who've shared their personal life on social media who are even slightly famous, there are these weird people who start messaging your family, your partner, throwing very negative comments out there on the social media, messaging your family negative things about you. And the person who is active on social media, the content creator or the influencer or YouTuber or whatever, we understand that negativity is a part of the business, okay? There are dumb people who will comment all sorts of shit, so we don't get affected by it. But when people close to us read these comments, parents ho gaye, family ho gayi, partners ho gaye, etc., then, it affects them negatively a lot. So, isiliye, I prefer to keep my private life private to a decent extent. Alrighty. That's the reason. Dusra. Next question now is, okay. I shouldn't have named this casual conversations. The questions coming in are a bit too serious. Need some advice from you that you can give to someone in his/her 20s. I'll just try to put this in 3 statements, okay? First is explore as much as you can, as much as practically possible, okay? Jitna explore kar sakte ho karo. What do I mean by explore? Explore each and every aspect of your life, okay? Whether it be socializing, whether it be trying out new things, whether it be, taking different courses, learning about new things, watching YouTube videos about every other thing under the sun, explore. Mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, everything, as much as you can explore, okay? Because once you are in your late 20s or your 30s or late 30s, you won't have energy. It's not like you won't have energy to do things. It's like you would want your energy to be utilized only by a certain number of things. The more you age, the more selective you will become. That is a fact for 99% of humans. Okay, so when you're in your 20s, you will have ample energy to explore each and everything. Do that as much as practically possible. ठीक है, पहला तो एक्सप्लोर करो. दूसरा, प्रायोरिटाइज लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स while you're exploring. ये नहीं कि बस टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया अपना. प्रायोरिटाइज लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स. इफ you're interested in music, then deliberately learn music. If you want to learn a new language, in the next 2, 3, 4 years, you can actually become proficient in a foreign language. Yeah. Say today you start learning French. 3, 4 years later, when you're almost done with college, you will be proficient in French. And that means you can travel to any country in the world that speaks French, gel with them like you are part of their culture. And also, you'll be able to access so many more job opportunities that will be much more exciting than sitting in an office in Bangalore and doing some coding. Yeah. So, just an example. Explore, prioritize learning, and third thing which ties the first two together is don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be stopped by ideas that other people might want to inflict on you. Okay, those other ideas might come from friends, might come from parents, might come from relatives. कई लोग होंगे जो बोलेंगे अरे फ्रेंच क्यों सीखनी है, छोड़ो, तुम तेलुगु सीखो. Okay, learn Telugu but learn French also. Like, don't let other people's opinions influence you. Okay, जो खुद करना चाह रहे हो वो करो. Fine. Aryan, I'll come to your question later. So people who are asking me things in the chat box, I hope you have a little bit of time, because first I want to get done with all the questions that came that day on the story of Instagram, and then I'll come back to the chat box. Alrighty? So I hope that's okay. मनु यार, मेरी टी शर्ट ऐसी है, मैं इसको ऊपर करूँगा तो ये इधर उधर हो जाएगा. ट्राई कर लेते हैं. चलो मनु, आई होप दिस इज बेटर. ओके, ये टी शर्ट ऐसी है ना, ये बिखर जाएगा, बट चलेगा, कोई बात नहीं. अच्छा जी, एडवाइस भी हो गया. आई बैडली वांट टू राइड बाइक्स एंड आई एम 18. वेयर डू आई स्टार्ट, वेयर एंड हाउ डिड यू स्टार्ट? देखो यार, इफ यू नो हाउ टू बैलेंस अ बाइसिकल, you know how to balance a scooter, and therefore you know how to balance a motorcycle. To learn how to operate gears, just buy a cheap motorcycle of 100 cc's or something. Yeah, literally you can get a second-hand 100cc motorcycle in the range of 20, 30, 40,000 rupees, depending on how old you want. And since it's a learning motorcycle, get whatever you can get your hands on. And once you have that, ride it around. Once you know how to ride a motorcycle, then depending on what's your budget, you can upgrade to a better one. As simple as that. Okay, so the best thing to do in order to learn something is to dive in head first. ठीक है, बढ़िया. People, now that I've shifted my mic here, my voice might be clearer, but since I'm moving, this might hit parts of the fabric. If it creates any noise, please let me know. I'll switch it back to the original position. Yeah. Someone saying you are the best, sir. Thank you. When will you come to Chennai again? यार पता नहीं actually. देखो, just something in my mind. I'm not sure whether that's going to happen anytime soon or not. One of the trips that I've wanted to do is the eastern coast of the country, which means, I mean, the southeastern coast of the country. So that would be places like Vizag, Mahabalipuram, Chennai, Pondicherry, Dhanushkodi, Rameshwaram, yeah, and then eventually to Kanyakumari. So that's a trip that I have thought of. बहुत टाइम से सोच रहा हूँ मैं ये ट्रिप, that I will do it someday or the other. So when I do that trip, I will come to Chennai. One more thing, there's a very nice customized seat fabrication shop in Chennai, seat cover. So I was thinking that I would get a fancy seat cover for my Africa Twin. The seat on it is terrible. It's very uncomfortable. So the seat covers that they make, they put a little bit of padding in it as well. So maybe I'll come to Chennai for that. I don't know. Aunga to you'll get the update on Instagram or the vlogs. Yeah. Acha ji. So someone's now asking, hello sir, I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you so much. I love your teaching. And can you please tell me how do I get into teaching the edtech platforms being a student of medicine? Just go to the website, see the career options they have, submit your resume, give the interviews, the usual process to get any job. The same process is followed in teaching. If you already know someone who's working in that company, they can refer you, but the referral process is pretty much the same. You'll have to submit a resume, you'll have to submit like a video of you teaching something, and then you'll be called for an interview, so on and so forth. Yeah. So with time, you'll figure out how to apply for jobs. Okay, someone's asking, Paul sir, what about Billu and his sister Leona? देखो, Billu and Leona are very safe and secure at a friend's place, and when I go there again, I will let you guys know. ठीक है, तो सुख शांति से बैठे हैं. See, people, the thing is that I'm taking this live session in Leh. I don't have the usual microphone that I always have. This is a wireless microphone. Thankfully, it's still got some battery, and the internet connection over here at a height of 3,500 meters can be a little, yeah, at times. So if there is any lag at any point of time, please bear with it. Alrighty. So next question that I'm getting, I got on the story is, what do you think about the trends we have due to the social media and how which changes rapidly and how it's affecting the youth? देखो यार, ऐसा है. No matter what you see in this world, there will always be two aspects to it. One would be the informative aspect, where you would be able to get a lot of information, you'll be able to learn something, you'll be able to extract more knowledge out of it. For example, when you watch TV, there are channels like National Geographic, Discovery Channel, the History Channel. There is travel and lifestyle and food channels, etc., etc. People teaching you how to cook food, people teaching you how to do certain stuff, going through jungles and the environment. You get the point, right? The informative side. Then there is the brainless side. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. You get the idea? So there's the brainless side as well. And on an average, I'm sure you have observed a bunch of humans throughout the course of your life. The percentage of people choosing to consume brainless content is always more than the percentage of people wanting to consume informative content. That's why if you search for any teacher online, yeah, being a teacher myself, if you search for Pahul sir, or if you search for, let's say, Arvind Arora sir, or if you search for Suri sir, or whoever, the videos that you will get of them on the first page of search results, none of them is an academic video. All of them are like, why did Paul sir join our academy? Paul sir roasting other teachers, or why did this teacher say bad things to the other teacher, etc. So the same mumbo jumbo comes to the social media trends that we have. And when you are scrolling reels on Instagram, when you are scrolling through that pointlessness on stuff like Instagram or TikTok, you come across brainless stuff because that's what people are choosing to consume. If you can somehow turn that brainless stuff into money, more power to you. A lot of social media influencers are doing exactly that. They have found a way to, convert this pointlessness into a source of income. That takes a lot of brains, okay? Uske alawa, don't let it affect yourself. That's all I can say. If you are someone who's just brainlessly doing a trend on Instagram just because it's a trend, and you're not even earning any money out of it, you're just wasting your time, you're not learning anything new, you're not developing a new skill. That's all I can say. उससे ज़्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता. ये किसी ने तो मैसेज किया बेंजीन. Literally the message is बेंजीन. मैं क्या करूँ इसका पता नहीं. Okay, bro, naphthalene. ठीक है. There are some messages of people who are saying, I miss you, I'm here. No need to miss me. If you miss my classes, you can see them online. They are uploaded. Someone's asking me, how tall are you? Somewhere around 5'8", approximately. Someone is saying inspired from you, sir. Thank you so much. बहुत बढ़िया. Some totally pointless questions which I will ignore. Acha. Someone is saying, will you ever get a hayabusa? If I get a lot of money in life, then yeah, for sure. But is it a priority of mine? Not really. Hayabusa would be. What bike would I get next? Let me think. So if I have money for say 4 more motorcycles, I might get a hayabusa. Yeah. I really don't have the money to do that right now. It's just wishful thinking. Okay, someone saying from having a backlog of 60% in 11th class syllabus to getting a rank of 5900 all India in mains 2022, I owe you a lot. Hope to meet you someday. I'm glad my classes could help you, man, and I'm really happy for the result that you got. Someone's asking, what's your biggest insecurity? यार बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्वेश्चन हो गया ये तो. This is a really complicated question. Like, what's my biggest insecurity? How even I don't know how to put it in words. Even if I have a broad idea of what it might be, I don't really know how to put it in words. What might be my insecurity? Not sure, man. Like, I don't know. I really can't comprehend the depth of this question in such a small span of time. If something comes to my mind, I'll let you know. But what's my biggest insecurity? Can't really. Yeah, too complicated. Someone is saying, sir, your biggest insecurity might be that you have to get back to teaching. That's not a very big insecurity. But हाँ थोड़ा सा तो डर लगता है कि यार फिर से वो बोरिंग काम करना पड़ सकता है किसी दिन. But again, if I do get back to teaching, I'll try to get into something innovative as I used to. चलो जी, someone is saying, what's your biggest regret? यार ऐसा कोई biggest regret नहीं है. मतलब life is full of ups and downs, good moments and bad moments, and there's no biggest regret as such. Of course, when I look back, I realize that there are certain things that I could have done better, but there are also things that I've done perfectly fine. तो वही है यार, there's no biggest regret as such. But again, in retrospect, there are always certain things that you think that, okay, if I had done it in a different manner, might have been better. Yeah. So nothing specific as such. ठीक है जी. Someone is asking, what are your views on one night stands? See, as long as the parties involved in it have mutual consent, it's all good. Okay. So, वही है, the underlying criteria of consent being met, everyone's free to do whatever they want to do, man. Someone is saying, are you looking to date someone right now? I'm good. Then someone's asking, personality or looks? Interesting question. See, the thing is, if you think about it, looks are just an icebreaker. Okay? People tend to get attracted towards good looking people and then try to strike a conversation with them or get into stuff with them. But essentially, looks are just an icebreaker. If something looks good, let's say you're served a very beautiful looking dish, and as soon as you put it in your mouth, you're like, the chef doesn't know anything. So looks are always just an icebreaker. If something looks good, looks presentable, you'll be like, oh, let's try to explore. And if then it doesn't live up to the looks, तो हो गया ना फिर काम खत्म. So yeah, looks are just it's just an icebreaker. अच्छा जी. Next message, a very interesting message. The message says, okay, this is what the message reads verbatim. I am the one who started COVID by eating my canteen food. Cool. Good. अच्छा, हाँ, बहुत सारे लोग ये सोच के मतलब इस चीज़ से चिंतित हैं कि मेरी शादी कब होगी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है सर आपकी शादी कब होगी? भैया हमें नहीं पता, ओके, ना ही हमने सोचा कि कभी होगी, और अगर हो गई तो बता देंगे आपको, सीधी सी बात है। आई हैव लिटरली नो प्लान्स ऑफ गेटिंग मैरिड एनी टाइम सून, and neither do I envision it as one of my goals of life. A lot of people have marriage as one of the goals of their life, okay? Wedding, not just marriage, the act of marriage, the wedding, etc. A lot of people are excited to, मेरे को शादी करवानी है क्योंकि ये है ना. I have no fascination towards marriage, okay? In my opinion, the idea of marriage is, what's the better word for flawed? Like, what's the more politically correct word for flawed? But anyway, yeah, I my ideas are totally different. So it doesn't come under the list of goals that I have for life. It doesn't come under the list of things that I'm fascinated by. So no idea when it might happen or if it might happen. कुछ नहीं पता मेरे को. Someone is saying you are selected for IIT Bombay. ये कौन है भैया? ये क्या है? You are selected for IIT Bombay. Thanks, I'll go there. Next question. I've been your admirer for quite some time. The way you lead your life, thank you so much. From your choices in your professional life to doing everything what you want, leaves me astonished. Cheers to that, and cheers to your success. Thank you once again. May I know what all it takes to reach to this point? Just do what you want to do. Don't let other people's thoughts influence you. As simple as that. Okay. Financial independence will come. Everyone eventually gets to a point where they're earning their bread, where they're earning their livelihood. The only thing is this mental block. A lot of people are affected by what their parents say, even when they are like thousands of kilometers away from them. Like मुझे याद है first year in college, okay, काफ़ी लोग ऐसे थे, रात के 11 बजे का शो है मूवी का. मुंबई is a very safe city compared to other cities of the world, okay, and even at night at 11 you can easily go to a movie theater and watch that show. 1:32 you can come back in an auto rickshaw. It's pretty safe, okay, for all genders, for the most part. Of course, you have to be a little careful at all points of time. But उस टाइम पे फर्स्ट ईयर सेकेंड ईयर में भी there were some people, both male and female gendered, okay, who were afraid to go to a movie because their parents might have a problem with it. भाई तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स कहाँ बैठे हैं, उनकी सिचुएशन क्या है, वो कौन से शहर में हैं, वो सोच के तुम मूवी देखने नहीं जा रहे. मतलब I am not saying stop listening to your parents, but I am saying that realize you have your own life, you got to live it. So मतलब अगर तुम करना चाहते हो कुछ तो करो ना यार, क्यों नहीं कर रहे? सिंपल सी बात है, देखो. ठीक है, ओके. नेक्स्ट मैसेजेस. हाउस लाइफ? इट्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू मैन. चल रही है जिंदगी. Half the time I am traveling, half the time I am trying to look for some good food. आज भी मैं काफ़ी खाना पैक करवा के लाया हूँ by the way. कल रात को भूखा सोया था because I had some heavy meal in the evening, and then by the time I was about to sleep I became hungry, and then there was nothing to eat because बंद हो जाता सब रात को. तो आज मैं पैक करा के ले गया हूँ. I've brought myself some original Ladakhi dishes. There's Yarkhandi pulao, and there is क्या नाम था उस दूसरी डिश का, मैं भूल गया. There's another dumpling kind of dish. Anyway, so that's how life is. Half the time I'm traveling, half the time I am searching for food, and the rest of the time that's remaining, I live in a perpetual existential crisis, thinking of why the hell. Then the next part of the same statement is loved being a student of yours. Thank you so much. People, are you enjoying, by the way, whatever is happening right now? I am enjoying myself because I get to answer so many new kind of questions. If you're enjoying, you know what to do. And let me know in the chat box as well if you're enjoying. If you're not enjoying, then you're free to leave the live session at any point of time. I'm not forcing you to stay, so that's that. Someone is saying, how do you define love from your perspective? यार again, everyone has their own definition of love. For a simplistic definition, is just a certain rush of hormones that you associate with a certain human or thing. Okay, or not just human, a certain living creature slash something not living. Yeah, if you have a positive rush of hormones, it's all chemistry. Okay, like I would say I love my motorcycles. Why do I love my motorcycles? Because when I ride them, when I look at them, I feel good. Why do I feel good? Because there's a rush of dopamine that cruises through my body whenever I'm riding. When people say that I love someone, the same effect, right? When you interact with them, when you spend time with them, when you think about them, when you look at them, you feel happy. What's that happiness? Just good old dopamine. So, simplest definition, that's what it is. And then, as humans do it with everything in life, guilty myself as well, you try to associate certain morality with it, you try to associate certain significance to it, a certain sophistication to it, you try to associate it with meaning, you want to see purpose in it, and that's when shit hits the fan, let's say. फिर काम खराब ही होता है भैया. So yeah, the simpler you keep it, the better it is, but easier said than done, right? I love to complicate things in my own life, by the way. Acha, someone saying, hey sir, how are you? I'm good, going on. Okay, someone is saying, what are the chances of me settling in Germany as a board certified doctor? How the hell would I know? Who are you? पता भी नहीं भैया. अगर तुम, if you are pursuing that, then yeah, there is a possibility that you will. So all the best. That's what I can say. Pranky Vine saying, बाइक चलाते चलाते कमर नहीं दुखती यार. कभी कभी दुखती है, बट फिर अपने आप को रिमाइंड करना पड़ता है कि posture सही करो. If your posture is right, then your body should not hurt when you're riding. Okay, someone is saying you are cool AF, and you know that. I hope so. I hope I am cool. And if you think I am, thank you so much. And the entire statement is you're cool AF, and you know that, which makes you even cooler. Dope pra. Thank you. Acha ji. Someone is asking why are you still single. As I said, I prefer keeping my private life private. So someone is saying, so please join physics wala, we will enjoy together. And ये physics वाला बोलने वाले दो लोग हैं. Another question that came another message that came a little after that is, sir, when will you come back to teaching? We're desperately looking for you. Please come to physics वाला. देखो ऐसा है कि I'm not sure whether I will come back to teaching or not, and neither am I sure whether I will join a company if I come back to teaching, whether I will do my own thing. It's just uncertainty over there, okay? And in the near future, in the foreseeable future, no plans of getting back to it already. And if I do get back to it, I want to get into a zone where the conditions are conducive to how I want to teach, okay? And certain companies might offer it, certain companies might not offer it. तो वो बात की बात है, but it's uncertain, ठीक है. Someone again is saying आपकी शादी का वेट कर रहा हूँ. प्रश्न क्यों? भाई मैंने मेरी शादी अगर हो ना, मैं रिश्तेदारों को भी नहीं बुलाऊंगा. तुम क्यों एक्साइटेड हो रहे हो? Well, cool. करते रहो wait. I have no idea when that will happen, by the way, nor do I have any plans of doing so in the near future. Acha, someone is saying, why don't you use Hula Lala Live to get infinite money? If only I could, man, I would have done that. Another question, any thought of getting married? I've answered that question already. And enjoying life only by traveling. देखो ऐसा है यार, वो कहते हैं ना, go with the flow. I like to go with the flow. I don't have any plans. That's literally me. मेरे को सच में नहीं पता मैंने कल क्या करना है. I have come to Leh. Now, you know when people come to Leh, they have a very beautiful schedule that is planned. Day 1, Leh. Day 2, roam the markets of Leh. Day 3, go to Khardungla top. Day 4, spend in Hundar and Diskit. Day 5, go to Pangong So. Day 6, I have no plans. I came here on what, कब आया था मैं, मंडे को आ गया था या संडे को आ गया था, संडे और मंडे I was here, okay? I don't even remember when I came here. And 3-4 days, the last 3-4 days, all I've been doing is I'm just chilling. मैं पड़ा रहता हूँ यहाँ पे बेड पे, and then when I feel hungry, I just go to the market. The market is like 10 minutes walking from here. That's the only place where you can get food. It's a homestay here, so they don't serve food as such. तो जाता हूँ, कुछ खा आता हूँ, घूम फिर लेता हूँ थोड़ा पैदल. I bought some souvenirs yesterday, came back. So I know I have to travel to Khardungla top and Pangong Lake and Nubra Valley and all that, but I don't know when I will do it. Okay, कल करूँगा, परसों करूँगा, maybe I'll do it next week, maybe I'll do it next month. I have zero idea what I will do, okay? So, whenever you ask me questions whether I have a plan of anything, मुझे सच में नहीं पता भाई मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है. Someone is asking where and when can I meet you? See, I have already promised you guys earlier as well, and I'll say that again, that when my vlogging channel reaches 10,000 subscribers, whenever that will be, I'm not sure when, but जब भी होगा वो vlogging channel पे जैसे ही 10,000 subscribers होंगे, I will try to schedule meetups in certain cities, and that is when I think practically it is possible for us to plan a meet already. Otherwise we might just bump into each other someday or the other, and that has happened to me. मेरे कुछ students मेरे को मिल जाते हैं कभी कभी ऐसे randomly. I've met a student of mine in Hyderabad as well, which I can recall. ऐसे चलते फिरते मैं चाट खाने गया तो वहाँ पे आया Pahul sir, something like that. Yeah. So a planned meetup would be possible only when I reach a certain number of. Yeah, got it. Again another. यार what's this obsession? Like ये इस शादी ब्याह से क्या obsession है भाई तुम्हारा? You are turning into your parents and grandparents. What is wrong with you? Not married. ओहो कितने सारे क्वेश्चन पूछे यार आप लोगों ने, बढ़िया. अच्छा, सर, इज देयर एनी आइडिया ऑफ कमिंग बैक टू टीचिंग, मिसिंग योर लेक्चर्स? एज आई सेड अगेन, नो प्लान्स इन द फोर्सिएबल फ्यूचर, बट इफ यू मिसिंग माई लेक्चर्स ऑलरेडी देयर ऑनलाइन. ठीक है जी. सर, आर यू इंटरेस्टेड इन कार्स और एंड स्टफ? Obviously I am. The only reason why I don't own cars right now is the biggest limitation is budget. Okay, I do not enjoy driving slow cars, and by slow I mean 90% of the cars on the Indian roads. Okay, if you say अगर मैं fast car define करना चाहूँ, if there is a car that does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in less than say 8 seconds, then I can enjoy that car. Okay. Most of the cars that fly on Indian roads right now, 0 to 100, 10 seconds or something, very slow. Okay, and I would love to drive cars which do that 0 to 100 in less than 5 seconds, and those cars, my dear friends, cost crores of rupees. I don't have that money right now, so yeah, that's why I don't own any cars. Someone is saying, do you miss me? How do I know who you are? मुझे क्या पता तुम कौन हो भैया. चलो जी, some random troll messages, 1 or 2 totally troll messages which I'm ignoring. ठीक है. अच्छा, someone is saying, who was your college crush? तुम मेरे कॉलेज में थे क्या मेरे साथ में? If you were not in college with me, then how would you, like, what would you do if I throw a random name in the air? If I throw a random name in the air and say that he or she was my crush, क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा? What man? अच्छा, do you still have enough money to make it to USA for a 1-month trip? हाँ, मतलब अगर पैसा फेंकना है तो कर सकता हूँ, but I would not want to do so because I want to save that money for other purposes. ठीक है जी. I'm a fan of your chemistry. Thank you so much. Because of you, I'm in DTU. Now a fan of your vlogs. More power to you. भार्गव यस. नैतिक कह रहा है फूड बहुत एक्सप्लोर करते हो, ड्रिंक करते हो यार. बहुत रेयरली, मतलब कभी दोस्त वोस्त इकट्ठे हो जाए ना तब शायद थोड़ा बहुत. अदरवाइज आई डोंट एंजॉय दैट ऑनेस्टली. Alcohol is something that I enjoy when I have to do it on paper in organic chemistry. I enjoy that aspect of alcohols. I do not I enjoy the aspect of consuming alcohol. It's never, I mean, कुछ खास मज़ा नहीं आता यार. Altering an aware state of mind to something that's more dumb has never been a lucrative aspect for me. So, yeah. Awareness and attentiveness is something that I like. What's your favorite song? I don't have any favorite song as I've told you, but there's a current favorite and I will put that in the chat box, and that is this one. I hope I've spelt it correctly, but if you search for it, you will get it. ठीक है. Bhargav, if Toyota Supra was available in the country, I would definitely buy it, man. Opening the window a little so that fresh air can come. Okay. Everyone, don't worry. I'll come to the chat box once I am done reading these messages. I hope you have the time. If you don't have the time, don't worry. We can do that in some other session. Okay. थोड़े से काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस बच गए. आई स्किप थ्रू देम फास्टर. ओके ठीक है, फटाफट करते हैं. हाउ टॉल आर यू? ऑलरेडी आंसर्ड दैट. हैव यू बीन हॉन्टेड बाय योर ओन थॉट्स एवरी सिंगल डे? मैन, आई लिव इन अ परपेचुअल एग्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस, बाय द वे. All of my friends know it. All of the people close to me know it. I live in a perpetual existential crisis, and let me in one sentence explain to you what it means. Everything that is happening in the world, everything that we are doing, everything that is going on, आप कर रहे हो, कोई और कर रहा है. Why? The more you focus on that why, anyway, कहाँ चले गए भाई सवाल? अरे where's the last question that I answered? Okay, ये हो गया. Favorite song हो गया. हाँ. When was the last time you cried, sir? I don't remember, but I don't consider it a bad thing to cry. If you're feeling like crying, please cry. I don't remember when was my last time. The worst trouble you got into as a kid? यार स्कूल में बहुत सारे पंगे किए हुए हैं, तो exactly not sure. Like maybe some fight that I got into or something. कुछ तो किया होगा बचपन में. So I don't remember the specifics of anything. I mean, there's nothing so bad that it is right on top of my head. Okay, छोटी मोटी चीजें तो चलो चलती रहती हैं. The weirdest trend you've done? Putting that not gonna lie link for your anonymous messages. That's the weirdest trend I've done till now. Acha, I was an average student during intermediate and always wanted to understand chemistry, but I couldn't. I saw a lecture of you randomly on YouTube and started learning chemistry, which wasn't even in my academic graduation. Now I love chemistry, and I regret that I did not understand it earlier. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that my classes helped you in some manner or the other. ठीक है. नैतिक, I've already answered about cook it out, man. करेंगे जब मैं वापस बैंगलोर पहुंच जाऊंगा, then I will. Someone is saying, sir, have you learnt a new language just to scold some irritating people in your life? I think you mean to say that, have I learnt abuses in any foreign language? Nah. I know a few cuss words in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, but I hardly ever use it, man. ठीक है जी, ये हो गया. How tall are you? Already answered, around 5'8". Are you close with your parents? For sure, man. I meet them. अभी पटियाला में था, उनके साथ ही था. You've seen my vlogs, yeah. Old songs or new songs? Always new songs. Old songs, not my jam at all. Like the classics, you know, people who listen to old Hindi songs, and they're like aha ha purane gaane, Rafi ji ke gaane. I not my jam, sorry. Yeah, मतलब अच्छे होते हैं वो गाने. I appreciate that as a musician. I can appreciate those songs, and I have performed those songs as well on stage when I was back in college. But I don't listen to them. What's one thing you can't survive without except for motorcycles? Oxygen and food and so many things that I can name. Daily listening to songs, or sometimes, see, when it comes to listening to songs, I am very, 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 I don't have the right word over here. बहुत बहुत मुसीबत है मेरी ये. I have to have good speakers to listen to music on. I cannot listen to music on the phone speakers or the laptop speakers because it doesn't do justice to it. इतनी अच्छी अच्छी साउंड्स होती हैं गाने में और लोग उसको फ़ोन पे सुन रहे होते हैं. मेरा मन करता है उल्टे हाथ का थप्पड़ लगाऊं उनको कि भाई कम से कम ईयरफोन्स तो डाल के सुन लो हैं. सो now when I'm traveling, I listen to songs on my helmet speakers, but that's just a slight background entertainment. It's not really there to it's not an audiophile experience. You're not listening to music to listen to music while you're riding the motorcycle. It's just there in the background so that you don't get bored if the roads are too boring. You get the idea? But if I have to listen to music properly, I would prefer doing that in either my car, which is back in Bangalore right now. It has a huge 15-inch subwoofer. Eargasms all the way. And अभी अगर मेरे को अच्छे गाने सुनने हैं ढंग से बैठ के, I'll use my earphones. I have these AKG earphones, I think. इसी के साथ आते हैं यार ये क्या कहते हैं. The Samsung phones used to come with earphones. So when I had gotten my Note 9, I got those earphones and I listened to songs on that. So yeah, I prefer to listen to songs every day. But if I don't have good speakers or access to good speakers, I tend not to listen to songs because there's no point without good speakers. Acha, will you teach again missing your classes and hilarious examples? I've already answered this. No plans of doing it in the near future. If you're missing interacting with me, we have these live sessions and my vlogs. Okay, someone is saying, what's the worst pickup line you've ever heard? Hi. Yeah. Okay, next one. What time do you usually go to bed? I have no schedule whatsoever. To give an example, last night I went to bed at 4 a.m. Day before yesterday I went to bed at 2 a.m. Day before that I went to bed at 10 p.m. Day before that I don't think I slept at night, I slept in the morning. I don't have a sleep schedule, man, I'm sorry. I know it's not healthy, but that's how it is. Someone saying, how are you today? Alive, doing well. Are you still teaching? No, I'm not teaching anymore. But if you want to learn from me, the videos are available online. That's the beauty of online teaching, right? Someone is saying, suggest us some good books to read and develop. Acha, so you know self-help books, yeah? Books that tell you what to do in life and how you can be better. Some examples would be, I don't know what the examples would be, but you get the idea, right? People telling you how to live life. I do not like to read those books because I have very strong ideas of my own, which always end up conflicting with other people's ideas. I do listen to those ideas. I do appreciate a few aspects of them and I accept a few ideas of them. But most of the times it's like too irritating for me to read self-help because I'm like, bhai par aise kyun sochna hai? There's a better way of thinking or an alternate way of thinking. Anyway, so I don't have any suggestions for self-help books for you, but read books that are linguistically good. जिन बुक्स में लैंग्वेज अच्छे से यूज़ की गई है ना, वो पढ़ो, बहुत मज़ा आएगा आपको. एंड always I would suggest that you read Harry Potter. If you can take out time for Harry Potter and read the entire series, it's something that will live inside you forever. ठीक है, ये हो गया. After Leh, what all cities will you go to? यार वही लद्दाख एक्सप्लोर करूँगा. The usual destinations of Ladakh, I'll see. And what I've realized till now in my trip is that I enjoy good roads. I do not like those adventurous roads or off roads, or even though I have a very beautiful bike that can do off roads, I don't enjoy doing those particularly. So I love it when the roads are fast and smooth. So I'll see what I can do. जो जिस चीज़ में मज़ा आएगा वो करूँगा. So I'll explore Ladakh for the next 10-20 days. I don't know, man, what exactly would be the timeline. And then once I'm done, I'll just go towards Himachal Pradesh, maybe go to my home and then back to Bangalore. That's what the plan is. Acha ji. Currently, what are you doing in Ladakh, Paul sir? Taking a live session and having lots of good food, man. Someone saying, please start your cooking channel again. As I promised, I will do so when I get back to Bangalore. Shruvas is saying that. Shruvas, I'll get back to you when I'm in Bangalore. I'll get back to cooking for sure. He had written his name in the message, by the way. What's the change in before and after IIT? It's a very... बाद में answer करता हूँ ये question because it will take a little bit of time. I'm just going through the questions quickly so that nothing is left. Cooking channel वाला हो गया अच्छे. Someone saying, hey, you are so cool, man. Thank you so much for the appreciation. I hope that wasn't sarcastic. so, who is this? Someone's asked, what's the secret to your glowing beauty? There's no glowing beauty, okay? If you think so, I would say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So yeah, thank you so much. Do you have a favorite knife that you like to use for everything, even though you have a bunch of bigger and smaller knives? Also, what do you prefer? Stainless steel or non-stick or cast iron to cook in? Nice question. Dekho, I don't have a favorite knife as such. I would prefer using big knives, but the problem with big knives is you have to maintain them a lot. Okay. And if I have a sharp big knife, like the Santoku knives, if I have something like that, I'd be very happy. But to maintain them, it's a huge task. Literally, मतलब एक घंटा बैठ के उसको, you have to put it on the sharpening stone and just keep going at it. So, favorite knife पता कौन सा? जो देसी 20 रुपए वाले मिलते हैं ना, that the 20 rupee knives that have a serrated edge, which every household in the country has. Those are good because they're cheap. If you have enough skill, you can manage to do everything with them, and they always stay sharp. And even if they lose their sharpness, just 20 rupees more and you'll get a new knife. So if you ask your mom, I'm sure she's gonna give a similar answer. If you ask someone who cooks a lot in India, I'm sure they'll give you a similar answer. वो बड़ा knife अगर sharp हो तो बहुत मजा है, पर वो होता नहीं है, क्या करें यार. Someone is saying, do you still enjoy teaching? Is there anything else you'd rather do? See, I've quit my job and there was a reason to it. So, yeah, man, I'm riding. That's what I would rather do right now. Cool. Badhiya. So, we are done with all the anonymous messages. Thank you so much for that. I'll just have a sip of water. And then for the next 15 minutes or so, I don't want to stretch this into an unusually long live session. For the next 15 minutes or so, I will look at the chat box messages. We'll have our usual conversations and then we'll wrap this up, okay? So let me just... Naitik, could you phrase your question a little better, bro? It's a little difficult for me to make sense of what you've written. अच्छा नैतिक देखो IIT लाइफ इज़ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. और आप IIT में जाओगे तो आप बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो, स्पोर्ट्स भी कर सकते हो और बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो यार, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है. But again, understand that when you get into IIT, if you want to build a career in sports, then that's not the place where you want to be, right? मतलब that is obviously not where you want to be if you may want to make a career in sports. If you want to make a career in sports, then join a sports training institute, right? ठीक है. Lakshmi saying, what do you prefer between NIT Trichy CSE and Triple IT Hyderabad CSE? Triple IT. Any day Triple IT. Okay? Triple IT के जो भी branches की CSE है, especially Hyderabad, that's considered to be the best in the country. Okay? You will get more opportunities and better salaries than even IIT graduates if you are from Triple IT CSE. ठीक है? They're asking who are your top 3 riders in MotoGP. यार देखो this time around there are so many good riders, and I really enjoy the riding that Fabio Quartararo does. Brilliant. Aleix Espargaro is doing a beautiful job. But if I have to point out my personal favorites, it would be Bagnaia and Bastianini. It's a Ducati bias, of course. I own Ducatis, and I like to see Ducatis on the track. So I I like the way Pecco Bagnaia rides when he rides well, but then he has some bad times, and I extremely enjoy when Bastianini rides like the beast. Okay, even in the last MotoGP, he didn't have a wing on one side. His aerodynamic wings broke, but he still rode. Him riding, it's very different. The style that he has, it's very different and very aggressive compared to other riders. He somehow is able to push the bike without affecting the tires. So yeah, those two are my favorites right now. Dr. Srinivas, I think Dr. Srinivas is asking me when's your birthday. 1st of April. I was born back in 1993. Shivani, thank you so much for your wishes. सर आप श्रीनगर आए थे, मैं श्रीनगर में पढ़ता हूँ, लेकिन जगह आपने व्लॉग अपलोड किया वहाँ से निकल चुके थे. हाँ मोहम्मद मुराद, आई नो, एंड आई डिलिबरेटली डू सो. मैं रियल टाइम अपडेट्स नहीं देता कभी भी. दैट्स जस्ट अ चॉइस दैट आई हैव टू कीप द, क्या कहते हैं, कीप दैट हेल्दी डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, बट डोंट वरी, एज आई हैव प्रॉमिस्ड ऑलरेडी दैट वंस आई क्रॉस द थ्रेशोल्ड ऑफ 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स ऑन माई व्लॉगिंग चैनल, देन आई विल plan meetups so that I can catch up with you guys here and there. Shivani saying, what's the best surprise that you ever had? Shivani, the thing is, I hate surprises, to be honest. I do not like the concept of surprises. It doesn't... See, the basic premise of a surprise is that you don't know what's going to happen, right? And when you don't know what's going to happen, you haven't consented to that thing happening to you. So even if it is a nice present from someone, even if it is something, pleasant, I did not consent to it. So in my opinion, surprises are never good. Yeah, that's my weird brain. Okay. Anonymous is saying, why do you think college is more important than branch? Are you a human first or are you a computer science engineer first? Simple answer, right? मतलब मैं इंसान हूँ, मेरी पर्सनालिटी के बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट्स हैं, मैं सिर्फ एक केमिस्ट्री टीचर नहीं हूँ. Get the idea, right? अच्छा, Nitin is saying, which of these phrases have you used the most? People, I live on a highway, trucks honk all the time. I'm not going to repeat. You can rewind on YouTube, or West to Positive is a very good leaving group. Out of these phrases, I have definitely repeated the second one the most, I think. Yeah. Cool. People, is there a lag here and there? I can see someone saying there's a lag. I can see a lag in my stream also, but this stream doesn't always give an accurate picture. तो ठीक है भाई, काम चला लेना यार. अब ले लद्दाख से सेशन ले रहा हूँ भाई, लाइव बैठ के थोड़ा काम चला लेना, ठीक. Sanjay saying, so can you make your traveling videos in English so that every person can easily understand? Sanjay, the unfortunate thing is that there is no such thing as everyone knows English. Okay, that's just a misconception. If you put all the people of the country in a room and you start talking in English, 60-70% of them will not be able to understand a single word you say. Okay, just because you are in the category where you understand English, it's good for you. So why don't I make my vlogs in English? Because even I'm not sure. Okay, it's just a decision that I took, that okay, I have taught in English, my cooking channel is in English, this vlogging channel, let me do it in Hindi. As simple as that. Okay, so if one fine day I think that I would start vlogging in English, okay, I might start doing so. But frankly speaking, the audience of vloggers in the country is mostly for the vloggers who speak Hindi. Okay, so वही है यार. That's just the thought process in my mind, man, for now. Maybe it'll change in the future, I have no idea. Lakshya is asking, do you own a car? I have a Honda Accord, bro. It's back in Bangalore. It's a V6 engine, 275 bhp. Very old car. So old that after 2 years, even if it works fine, I won't be able to drive it legally. तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता मैं उसका. So please define the connoisseur of procrastination and grammar Nazi. Lingaraj bro, grammar Nazi is someone who prefers good grammar and gets irritated by other people's bad grammar and tries to correct them every now and then. And connoisseur of procrastination, connoisseur is just a fancy word for expert. Okay, so I'm expert in procrastinating things. Nitin, of course, man, I was about to say that, but then you said out of these options, what do you say the most? Taco Petting views on HD Iron 883 and Nightstar. They are good bikes for people who like those bikes. I would always, if I was given an option in that segment, I would prefer buying the, क्या नाम है यार उस बाइक का? What's wrong with me? How did I forget? Suddenly skipped my mind. कौन सा बाइक है यार वो? 48. Yeah, I would buy a 48 if it was me. Vimala is saying, are you nihilistic? For most of the times I am. Kritika is saying, do you get irritated while having conversations with dumb people? In real life, yes, I do. Okay, I have this problem where if people are dumb around me, I'll get very, very easily irritated by them, and that's why I choose not to talk to them. तो वो होता है यार मेरे साथ, but I have to train myself to at least present myself in a better manner. Even if I'm getting irritated on the inside, I should be like, hey, what's up, man? So, yeah. Nalini is asking, how do you manage keeping your temperament calm, staying alone, traveling, working, etc. To conclude work-life balance, I'm getting super pissed off nowadays and couldn't get time to study. Nalini, see, it's not that easy to manage your temperament, especially when so many things are going on in your life. And even I struggle with keeping myself cool a bunch of times because of the stuff that happens in life. Okay, so fortunately or unfortunately, we have to realize that this will keep on going. We will never have exactly what we wish for. We will never have external situations to be exactly what we want. But again, if we are pursuing something, it's worth pursuing that only and only if these external factors being present don't affect your vigor to pursue that thing. Yeah. So, for example, even if it's raining outside and I've fought with a friend of mine, etc., etc., I'm in a bad mood, etc., but I would still want to ride. So that's when it is, that's when I should be pursuing riding. Just a very random example, but I hope you understand what I mean. So वही है यार, good mood, bad mood, good situations, bad situations. This will keep happening in life. If we are super interested in doing something, we will do it regardless. Next vlog, yaar, Smasher, I hope tomorrow I'll be able to put out a vlog. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay. Nitin, cool man. That's nice. Lakshmi, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार. देखो, the thing is that Hyderabad being a very interesting city, you can get life outside the campus as well. तो उन दोनों में से तो मैं फिर भी IIIT ही prefer करूँगा. Okay. Is going abroad for bachelor's a good option? If you have money, then why not, man? If you have money, then why not? Any Netflix series or thing to learn after the exam? Maybe write advanced. Also, I'm a neat aspirant. Acha, देखो, once you are free from college and all, do whatever you want. But documentaries, and there's this one documentary called Wild Wild Country. Make sure you watch it whenever you have the time. But please watch it when you have free time and you have free brain space. As what I mean by that is, you will get very strong opinions about certain things after watching that particular series. Okay, Wild Wild Country, it's a series of like 7 or 8 episodes. It's a documentary series, and that series will make you go through very weird emotions. You will get a lot of hatred
towards one party or the other. It depends on who you are. But कुछ ना कुछ तो आपको गुस्सा दिलाएगा उस सीरीज में. And you will be fascinated by some things, you will be awestruck by some things, and you'll be perplexed by a lot of ideas that are shared in that docu-series. So make sure you watch it when you have like free time for your brain. Like अगर अगले एक हफ्ते में कुछ important नहीं करना तो वो देख सकते हो आप. आई हैव नो आइडिया वैसे लैग क्यों आ रहा है. आना तो नहीं चाहिए. मैं एक चीज़ ट्राई करता हूँ, जिसकी भी मोमेंट. ओके, okay, I've just reset a couple of things and maybe the lag is gone now. Let's see. Ron Clark story. I forgot about it, Nathan. I actually forgot about it, man. I'm sorry. Okay. Pahul sir, 3-part answer needed. I guess. What? भाई अविरल वही है यार. कॉलेज जो मिलेगा वो चूज कर लेना अच्छे से. दैट्स व्हाट आई विश फॉर यू. आई होप यू गेट अ गुड कॉलेज. एंड प्रायोरिटी टू पैकेज जीरो, मैन. Like, see, if life was all about money, you should be starting your own business rather than spending time getting an education and doing a corporate job or you get the idea, right? अगर पैसा प्रायोरिटी होता लाइफ में तो जो आप कर रहे हो वो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. इफ मनी इज योर प्रायोरिटी देन प्लीज स्टार्ट योर ओन बिजनेस वेन एवर यू कैन. ओके, सो इसीलिए to think about package while going into anything is a very dumb thing to think of, to be honest. Once you are into the job industry and once you have done like the first 2-3 jobs of your life, then yeah, you should prioritize package. But till that time, you should prioritize better experiences. Yeah, better learnings and better experiences. Shubham Padak is asking, Bangalore kab wapas? That's a very good question, Shubham, and I have zero idea when my trip will end. The thing is that since I don't have a job anymore, I am totally free to spend as much time wherever I want, and being the lazy human that I am, wherever I go, I'm spending so much more time than I would normally do. So I'm sitting in Leh right now, and I'm pretty sure the next 10, 15 or even 20 days I'm not gonna get out of the union territory of Ladakh. Once I'm out of here, I might go to Himachal. I've told my parents I'll come home. तो वहाँ भी जाऊँगा, चंबा भी जाना है मुझे. And once that is done, then I'll start my journey back to Bangalore, and hopefully through this process I stay alive. That's what I can say. That's all I know. Sanjay Singh sir, is dropping a year for JEE worth in the future than improving skills in that time? See, if you believe in yourself and if you believe that you can achieve a better rank in that examination, definitely taking a drop is worth it, because preparing for such a difficult thing in your life, even though that might not be your end goal, like हो सकता है लाइफ में आपको एक IITian बनना आपका end goal नहीं है, but still the pursuit of that thing teaches you so many things. Okay, once you are able to go through such a complicated process in life, there are a lot of things that your personality develops automatically, and that is why if you have that firm belief in yourself and your capability, make sure you take a drop and achieve your potential. Shubham, okay. I'll try. whatever I can fit in my limited space of baggage, I will definitely try to bring something. AX Smash is saying, do you like science fiction? Actually, I like it a lot, and please recommend it, man. That sounds very interesting. Nitin Raheja, bro. Sometimes I think life is not worth it anymore. That's just the smart person in you. Don't let that smart person get into your way. Just let the person who's one notch less smarter pursue J. Trust me, eventually it will give you a lot of good things in life. Okay. There, yes, I do watch Formula One, although I don't find it as exciting as MotoGP. But I'm following this season better than earlier seasons of F1, and I'm really sad that Lewis Hamilton hasn't gotten a single win till now. Happy that he's getting the podiums in the last few races, but yeah. यशवंत यार, ये देखो तुम्हारा पर्सनल चॉइस है. दैट्स व्हाट आई कैन से. अगर वही वीआईटी मिल रहा है तो चलने दो फिर. अविरल देख भाई, ऐसा है, तो उन लोगों की सुन जो उस प्रोसेस से जा चुके हैं खुद, और उस प्रोसेस से जाके वो ऐसी जगह अगर पहुंचे हैं जहां तुम पहुंचना चाहते हो, तो उन लोगों की बात सुनो, नहीं तो मत सुनो. सिंपल सी बात है ना. अब tomorrow if someone gives me an advice, and that person is a successful medical professional, why would I take his or her advice for motorcycle riding, let's say? Getting the point? मतलब पता नहीं, very bad example, okay, but let's say someone's giving me unsolicited advice about something that I don't envision myself in his or her space, बट वो मेरे को एडवाइस दे रहा है, दे रही है, तो मैं क्यों सुनूंगा ना. तो उन लोगों की एडवाइस लेने का, ऑलवेज लिसन टू द एडवाइस ऑफ दोज पीपल हु हैव गॉन थ्रू द प्रोसेस एंड आर एट अ पोजिशन वेयर यू वुड वांट टू बी. डॉक्टर श्रीनिवास इज सेइंग, भैया कैन यू एक्सप्लेन व्हाट पैशन मीन्स. हाँ, देखो यार, बड़ी अजीब सी, it's a very anarchist view, okay? It's a very unusual point of view of mine, that this entire idea of having a passion, it somewhere or the other is a capitalistic idea to sell something or the other. That's what I think, okay? So if you sell someone the passion of motorcycles, they will buy more motorcycles. If you sell someone the passion of being a vlogger, they will buy so many expensive cameras, you have no idea. If you sell someone the passion of having a great job, they will dream of working for someone else in their life, not even paying attention to what they actually want to do, but they'll just want to be like, मेरे को उस कंपनी में जॉब करने का है, because I'm passionate about it. Ultimately, you're not doing anything for your own self. So passion, this concept, is designed very intelligently in a way to make people do something that may not necessarily be required. Okay? So that's the anarchist view of mine. Fine. Again, there should not be anything in life, in my opinion, where you have strong opinions about something. Your opinions should not be so strong about something in life that you stop being rational about it. For example, some people are so interested in a certain idea that if someone else doesn't follow that idea, this guy would happily kill this one. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, right? So don't get into a place in life where you are so strongly attached to just a concept, just an idea, that you stop thinking rationally in every other aspect of life. So, वही है यार, passion, I think, is a very well designed capitalistic tool to get people to do things that are not really rational. Okay. DM kids, yeah, I don't really know the history of that entire thing that has happened with Ricardo, so I can't really say, man. If you ask me things about MotoGP, similar things about MotoGP, I'll be able to answer. But for F1, I don't have enough background. Shreya, no. I am a single child of my parents. I do not have any siblings. Yeah. कोई भाई नहीं मेरा राहुल नाम का. Lingaraj Goda is saying, my main priority is UPSC exam. I want to pursue it before UPSC. I want to choose IIT or basic degree. भाई बेस्ट चीज़ करो ना करनी है तो इफ़ यू वांट टू गेट इनटू समथिंग देन ट्राई टू डू द बेस्ट एंड इफ़ यू आर एबल टू प्रिपेयर फॉर IIT इट विल गिव यू अ वेरी गुड आइडिया of what UPSC will be like because UPSC is even more tougher. So if you can't go through JEE Advanced happily, then going through UPSC will be even more difficult, right? So take JEE Advanced seriously, okay? नहीं हुआ तो कोई बात नहीं, but at least लो तो seriously ना उसको. Samanyu, again, yaar, as I said, stuff and pointless things will keep happening to us in our lives. But if we are pursuing something and if it is worth pursuing, then we will do it regardless of these external unfortunate events that are happening around us. Okay. So if you understand how much your life depends on just this examination, then you will pursue it regardless of whatever is breaking apart around you in your life. I'm sure you've heard of those inspirational stories of people who, don't even have electricity in their homes and still they are able to make it to IIT. कुछ ना कुछ न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ा ही होगा आपने, है ना. सो रिगार्डलेस ऑफ एक्सटर्नल सर्कमस्टांसेस, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस थिंग इज वाइटल फॉर योर लाइफ, you will do it. It's just about telling yourself how important it is. Shivani Singh, how do you handle your YouTube channels all alone? Yes, I do, and that's why I don't do a really good job at that. Yashwant is saying, don't you feel like family vlogs are a waste of time? Oh, bro, I do agree to you to a very good extent. Especially because I don't relate to that content. See, a lot of people relate to that content somehow. Okay, people are like, हमारी जिंदगी में तो परिवार में कुछ ना कुछ चलता रहता, तुम्हारी जिंदगी में परिवार में कुछ चलता रहता है, अरे वाह. बट हम अकेले रहते हैं तो हमें वो परिवार वाली कोई ऐसी बाधा या अड़चन फेस करनी नहीं पड़ती, तो हमें वो व्लॉग्स एंटरटेनिंग नहीं लगते. तो हाँ यार, मतलब a lot of people would think that writing vlogs are a waste of time. Like, क्या कर लोगे सड़क देख के, सड़क पे बंदा बाइक चला रहा है, पीछे म्यूजिक चल रहा है, what a waste of time. Again, different perspectives of different people, and that's how the world works, man. Lingaraj Goda, I have no plans for any other bike, man. I don't have the money for it because I'm not earning any money right now. I'm just wasting my savings. So I'm just burning my savings right now, man. There, that's cool. That's cool. I hope you ride all the good motorcycles that you can. Nitin, thanks for the pathetic joke. Manthan, you will get into some college for sure. कोई तो college मिलेगा यार. Is it possible to crack JEE 2023 if I start preparing right now? Karthik, this is the year 2022, right? हाँ तो हो जाएगा भाई. करो तो सही, जोर तो लगाओ. Shreya, I'm really sorry about that. Humble reminder that you have to take advice judiciously, not blindly. ठीक है दोस्तों, what we'll do right now is we'll wrap up the session. Thank you so much for joining in. I had a blast of a time over here in Leh having a live casual conversation with you guys. I'm sure you enjoyed it too, and we'll keep having these conversations. It's a good way to pass time. It's a good way to feel refreshed. Yeah. And once again, thank you so much for joining in such great numbers. मैं अब चलता हूँ. I will have some food that I got myself. और फिर उसके बाद I'll try and edit the next vlog, which I have been telling myself to do for such a long time. But आज finally I'll try to edit the vlog. ठीक है? चलो दोस्तों. Further questions if you have, we will schedule a live session very soon. So when we do that, you can ask me those questions. If you have any supremely pressing concerns, you can leave a comment or you can wait for me to put another story like that on Instagram. ठीक है, चलो दोस्तों, thank you so much for joining in. I'll take your leave. Good night. Bye bye. Take care.